welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Now he's looking to throw it. The short hands. It's straight. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. The 7th play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Auburn's offense will have its first possession of the game. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't.
Picked off. What a way to set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run on the doorstep. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Dropping back, it's Harbor. Pocket breaking down. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. Hits the crease. Past the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's inside the 10. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's set.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football. Great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Back to throw, it's Harbor. Here's a heat. He's open on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the...
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. The give on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Canes headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's straight. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
He wants to change this route. On third down, he drops the throw. It's complete. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why?
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, That play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards on the opponents in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back, who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
It's good. And, guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 4 over Liberty. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Harbor. Gets it out fast. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Moving away from pressure. Running to Green. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards and try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
The Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Bringing it back. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made it happen. There he goes! Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Auburn lines up quickly. And those are some serious wheels for this Tiger quarterback, positively Nick Marshall-esque.
Yeah, and you think about Nick Marshall and that run to the national championship game. Man, they ran the football some more. His dynamic ability at the quarterback spot. All Auburn offenses that have been great have had that guy at the quarterback spot.
Looking for a man. It's Harbor. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Wants to throw on first down. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Give to the running back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the ground with the back. Pass to Stinson, still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Leaves it with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. To the air, it's Harbor. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop, you move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
The Hurricanes are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got him. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Trying to do it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks.
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Slams ahead. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The sure hands, it's Kane. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Harbor. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. He'll heave it deep. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's straight. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that back.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that fourth down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's straight. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Hurricane! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ole Miss is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that looks like it did when Archie and Eli were here.
And the returner is stopped. So here comes the Auburn offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Scanning the field, it's Harbor. Gets rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He'll try to do it himself. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football down the field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give and tick, 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 tick. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Scrambling away. This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring a touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied.
Miami, 39. Auburn, 28.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Trying play action. And they can't make the connection.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And he got just enough of that one. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game calmer as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
Dropping back, it's Harbor. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays through the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jeff